Hello everyone, welcome to Master's Teach. And today we are going to discuss ancient Indian education during Vedic and Epic period, and which is very important for your perspectives in education as well as for the B.Ed and those who are preparing for the net set examination in education. Okay, as well as it is very important for the perspectives in education for the AP as well as Telangana. Okay, so we'll discuss introduction to ancient Indian education. So here the meaning here ancient Indian education refers to systematic learning process developed during the Vedic and Epic periods. So it focuses on holistic development of individuals. So actually this is a foundation for India's rich intellectual tradition, and the Vedic as well as this epic education emphasized on character formation, spiritual growth, and social responsibility. So, this ancient education started like during 1500 BCE to 500 CE, covering Vedic and Epic ages. Okay, the concept of education in ancient India, okay, it is related to the philosophy. Okay, so education means as a self realization, it integrates spiritual as well as world knowledge. It emphasizes on experiential learning. Okay, then what is the important? It is the development of personality, preservation and transmission of our Indian culture, then preparation for the social duties. Okay, so education viewed as a, it is a sacred process connecting individual with the universal truth and dharma. Okay, so just go through this one, and I'm going to post this in description. You can download the PPT at free of cost. Then a heritage of Indian education system, like it is a continuity, it is a tradition, it is a values. So what we get, it is a continued unbroken tradition of knowledge transmission across generation through oral and written method. So we come to know about this knowledge through orally as well as written method. So tradition. So this Vedic education mainly emphasized on preserving our ancient wisdom while adapting to the social change or needs. So, here the core values in this Indian education system is that truth, righteousness, duty to perform, okay, is the foundation of educational practice. Then, key values in Indian education heritage. Okay, truth, dharma, discipline, and moral education. What is truth? Truth means satya. So it is in the form of thought, okay, in the form of speech, in the form of action. It is fundamental for all learning. This is what Indian education gives to us. Then dharma, okay, it is understanding the practicing righteousness and moral duty in all aspects of life. Then it also emphasizes on self discipline. So self control, whether it is emotionally, morally, intellectually, then the discipline should be regular practice, and it has to be adherence to the ethical codes. Okay, then moral education. This means character development, ethical behavior, where it gives the importance to the intellectual growth also. The key values of Indian education heritage is Satya, Dharma, discipline, and moral education. Then what is relevance nowadays? So it is value based education, it is a holistic approach, it is a teacher's respect. So what we learn from this heritage of Indian ancient education, moral value, that means through modern education, Okay, it is continued like ethics and ethical development till today. Holistic approach, like it is the integration of intellectual, physical, spiritual. So these dimensions still prevailing. Then teachers respect. So it is still in Indian education system, people give the respect to the teacher. So still the Guru-shishya tradition continuing till day till date, and teachers be respected as well as students also given the importance. So uh, our Indian education principle continue to shape our national education policy 2020 as well as pedagogical approaches. Here, Vedic education system. So let us discuss meaning and origin. Vedic education is started between 1500 to 500 BCE. Okay, it is centered around the Vedas and sacred text. So Vedic education basically based on four Vedas. Okay, what is four Vedas? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Vedas. There are four Vedas. So uh, the Gurukula system is started in Vedic education only. So the knowledge was transmitted through orally from throughout the generation of the Vedic period. So they are more emphasized on this integration of spiritual as well as practical learning. Okay, so aims of Vedic education: one is self realization, character formation, social responsibility, preservation of our culture. So here the ultimate aim of this Vedic education, so spiritual enlightenment and morally upliftment, okay, and socially responsible citizen, okay, so that uh, he can live uh, for welfare of the society as well as welfare of the self. So it's the liberation of self as well as society welfare. This is the aims of Vedic education: self-realization, character building, social responsibility, preservation of culture. Okay, what is the curriculum in Vedic education system? As you know, the name indicates Veda. Okay, Vedas is taught here, where the sacred text or holy text and hymns will be taught. Vedangas, six disciplines in the Vedangas. Then philosophy, that is metaphysics and logic. Science, science include mathematics, astronomy, medicine. Then arts includes math, dancing, and literature. So these are the curriculum. What is the curriculum? Vedas, Vedangas, philosophy, sciences, arts. Okay, the curriculum is very comprehensive. It's covering both the spiritual as well as practical knowledge of daily life. Then, what is the methods of teaching in Vedic period? Okay, it is very simple. Oral method. Okay, so the knowledge is transmitted orally from the teachers to the student, and student has to recite and listen the same. Then memorization. The student has to be memorize the text and repeated the chants and practice. Then discussion. So these are the methods of teaching in Vedic period. Discussion. So the debates and dialogues were encouraged. Then critical thinking and deeply understanding come out of that one. Then self understanding, so independent reflection and essential component of learning. These are the methods of teaching in Vedic period: oral method, memorization, discussion, and self study. Then what is the relationship between teacher and student relationship? So the Guru-shishya. So Guru has Guru role was he is a reverend. That means he is respected. He used to guide spiritually as well as knowledge. Okay, he is responsible for the student development. When what is the shishas are disciples duty? So they have to show absolute devotion. They have to show the obedience. They have to serve their gurus. They have to serve their teachers while pursuing the knowledge. Then discipline, they have to strict adhere to rules and ethical conduct, and daily routine form the foundation of learning. So Gurukula system, the Vedic institutions are there. They used to stay along with the teacher in the residential school, and that particular place, the Gurukula was like, it is surrounded by peaceful area. Okay. And they used to have small group of students, so the learning process is they have to learn from morning to evening and serve the teacher. And okay, the practical knowledge as well as theoretical knowledge is given, so the duration may be 12 years plus years. Okay. So the Gurukula system emphasized basically on simplicity, discipline, and complete dedication in learning under Guru's guidance. Then other educational institutions in Vedic period, ashramas, parishads, and sabhas. What is ashramas? So where they used to stay in the forest, okay, where sages imparted advanced knowledge, okay, a spiritual knowledge and philosophical knowledge to the select disciples. Then parishad, so it is the assemblies to learn the scholars who discuss the complex philosophical and regional matters. Sabhas, it is the public forums for intellectual debates and literary discussions and dissemination of knowledge. So these are other institutions in Vedic period: ashramas, parishads, and sabhas. Then it comes to the what is the contribution of these Vedic institutions. So they are preserve the knowledge. Okay, so through the oral as well as through written uh, things, we are know their knowledge. Then social harmony, so they promoted the ethics, social responsibility, and responsible citizen. Then intellectual development, so they develop the intellectual critical thinking, philosophically inquiry, and scientific advancement. Then education during epic period, so how this transition taken place from Vedic to epic period. It is the continuity, it is the expansion, it is the diversification and con- contextualization. Continue. Vedic is a Vedic a period is remain foundational. Yes, education during epic period. Okay, it is a transition from Vedic to epic period. Epic means Ramayana, Mahabharata, that period called as epic education. It is a continuity of principles remain fundamental. So it is the expansion of the uh, curriculum. In epic period, it is included the curriculum like warfare, statecraft, and practical arts. Then diversification. So multiple types of institutions emerged during the social classes and contextualized. So education adapted to complex social and political realities. Let us see detailing. So education in Ramayana period. So it is a role of sage. So sages like Vasistha and Vishwamitra served as a royal preceptor. Okay, like they are given the comprehensive education to the princes. That means kings and queens. They are the teachers. Who is that? The like Vasistha as well as Vishwamitra. So during Ramayana period, what is ideal emphasize? So they emphasized on character building and moral integration. So they taught about the Dharma, duty towards family and society. So they taught about the courage, compassion, love for the people, and self-sacrifice. So they also taught principles like respect elders and teachers. So they balance between powers and righteousness. So basically, they taught to the princess community or kings, all those stuff people. So here, education in Mahabharata. So again, the Gurukula system come into picture. Then royal education is there. Then moral dilemma. That means in Mahabharata, Dronacharya. So Gurukula example specialized in warfare, archery, and martial arts along with the traditional education. In Gurukula system in Mahabharata, what they taught warfare, the fighting, archery, and martial arts along with the traditional education. Then royal education. So princes received the special training in statecraft, diplomacy, how to deal with other countries, then military strategy and governing alongside Vedic knowledge. Then moral dilemma. So education included like discussion of the complex ethical situations. So preparing students for real world challenges and difficult uh, decisions. So this is about the education in Mahabharata period. So epic means remember Mahabharata and Ramayana period. Okay. So what is the values they taught in epic period? Okay. They taught about the Dharma. So righteous conduct, karma, duty and action, then leadership. So responsible governance. Okay. They taught about the leadership qualities and how to rule the people, justice, how to give the fair and equal equity. Okay, then courage, so moral and physical bravery. So this epics in this particular epic period, this is the values they taught. Okay, so they had taught about the practical application of values and dharma and other political information. Then, what is the comparison between Vedic and Epic period? So, the primary object in Vedic period is the spiritual and character building, whereas Epic period they taught about the practical skills and social responsibility. The curriculum in Vedic period, Vedas, philosophy, and ritual, whereas in Epic period, like defense, warfare, statecraft, and expanded arts. Institution in Vedic period, Gurukula and Ashramas, whereas in Epic period, royal court, specialized schools, like in student base, like basically primary, upper primary caste they are taught. Then in epic period more diverse, include warriors and all the stuff. Training method in Vedic period is the oral tradition and memorization, whereas in epic period they taught about the practical training and demonstration. So the duration may be 12 years plus, whereas in epic period it's depend on the community of the like kings and all the stuff. So it's like if you say how the Indian education system was there, it is the tradition of ancient education almost 3000 years plus. So core values in epic period as well as Gurukula system, like Veda system, they taught about the truth, dharma, discipline, and moral education. So this complete development of the child, like holistic development. Okay, so it is a valued education is given, and there is a Guru-shishya tradition. So then holistic development is there and still relevant to the nowadays. So it is the integration of our Indian education, spiritual as well as practical knowledge. So watch this again and again, share with your friends. Okay, then all the best for your coming examination. Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next lecture with the next topic. Thank you. All the best.